Hello audience, thank you for joining me for another episode of The Doctor Is In. Today we're joined by a very special guest, Ivan Illyich.
Great to be here.
Walk at 9 o'clock behind the jackrabbit. Woo!
Ivan Illyich, throughout your life you've had nothing but happiness, but it all turned to sadness when your illness started. If you could go back, you could avoid that hit so that you don't have to go through all the pain and the realization that your life was fake, would you avoid it?
I would, as I believe that my life was led the way that it was most ideal, in that I had followed all of society's rules, especially the upper classes. Because of the way I had lived my life, I often questioned why this agonizing pain had been brought upon me. I feel as though I did not deserve it. The pain from that hit was caused by the fact that none of what I had done left any good impact on the people of my life.
The illness had put a lot of strain in your relationships, especially with your wife, Praskovia. Now that you've had an epiphany about life, do you feel any regret towards the anger that you showed to your wife? Do you feel anger towards your loved ones, or have you found a newfound love for them?
I feel much regret for showing anger towards my wife. I realized that I was causing her, and the rest of my family, torment that they did not deserve. I want to make it right to her and my family, and I hope they would forgive me as they see this. As far as the rest of my family goes, I have no more anger towards them, as I feel that I have tortured them enough.
Ivan, you're starting to realize the mistakes in your life. Do you think it's essential that you need to go through all this pain in order to realize your mistakes, or could you have done it without the pain?
Well, I do not think that it was essential for me to go through the pain to see my mistakes, but I do think that it helped me to realize them better. During my sickness, I saw my family's resenting faces and how miserable I have made their lives. I thought that they would most likely be happier without me in their life. However, others have done worse than me, so I do not think that I deserve this pain.
Ivan, you often found help from Gerasim. Why did you show more of an interest in Gerasim than your own son and daughter during your sickness? Do you blame them for anything?
Gerasim is the only one who truly understood how much pain I was in before I was at the point that I was screaming for days. He cared deeply about me. The only thing that I would blame my children for is not understanding that I was not exaggerating my pain.
Gerasim filled the role of your caregiver when no one else in your family would step up. You formed a bond with the young boy, and he acted as a son that you never had. Was Gerasim family in your eyes? Did the bond you share with him help you cope with the sickness? And do you have any words specifically for him?
Gerasim was family in my eyes, as he really cared for me and sympathized with my pain. He did help me cope with sickness, as he made me more comfortable while I had my pain. I am very thankful for his care and presence.
Well, Mr. Illyich, this has been very insightful. I'd like to thank you for coming on the program.
Thanks for being here.
Now it's time for a word from our sponsor.
Grown in the heart of Afghanistan, farmed by highly trained professionals, shipped with the highest of care, manufactured using the latest technology, bottled with the customer in mind, distributed straight to you. We provide the best opium around. Just ask one of our most loyal customers.
How many times
His pain has virtually disappeared. Opium. Your pain is our profit.
Hello, young man. Can I take you outside to ask you a couple questions?
If you must.
Hello, can you tell the audience your name?
I'm Gerasim.
Gerasim. So what's your role around here?
I'm Ivan's servant.
The servant. Now, Gerasim, why did you show so much commitment to Ivan, and why do you think his family refused to help him?
With all due respect to Ivan and his family, I feel they refuse to help him because they don't like to be around death. I myself have accepted death at a young age because I have a simple life of a peasant. They, on the other hand, have their upper-class, glorious life to lose.
Now, Gerasim, do you have a genuine bond with Ivan? Ivan never had a good relationship with his family, and you sort of filled that role. Do you consider yourself as part of Ivan's family, or are you just an employer to an employee relationship?
I don't think I have a genuine bond with Ivan only because I'm only doing what I would want someone else to do when I'm older. Our relationship is an employer to an employee. Now, this does not mean that I do not share any kind of bond with Ivan Illyich. It just means that as an employee, I have to serve him in any way possible.
Gerasim, you spend a lot of time with Ivan. Do you think his family had a right to hate him and refused to tolerate him, or do you think they were wrong?
Ivan's family has no right to hate Ivan and refuse to tolerate him. They should respect him because of his will to carry on with his life throughout the time that he was in excruciating pain. They should be able to admire the kind of suffering that Ivan went through and understand that he does not want to die. Except for his son, no one in his family tried to talk to him and recognize his pain.
All Ivan's family and friends, why do you think Ivan enjoyed your company the most? And what do you do differently?
Ivan understands me just as much as I understand him. I think Ivan just wanted someone to pity his current state, and the fact that I took care of him in every way possible just reassured him that I actually care about his condition. I pitied his state of being, and I wanted to make him as comfortable as he possibly could before he died.
Because he spent a lot of time with Ivan, do you think he's a good person even though he wasted his life?
I actually know Ivan personally since I was only his servant for a short time. But the time I was with him, I was able to respect him and admire the way he struggled through the pain. I do not know if he actually was a good person, but my experience with him made me think that he was.
Special report on Ivan Illyich brought to you by The Doctor Is In.
At 9 o'clock behind the jackrabbit. Woo! At 9 o'clock behind the jackrabbit. At 9 o'clock behind the jackrabbit. At 9 o'clock behind the